Hello, everyone. Welcome to Greatness Glory Podcast, episode 3. In the last episode, we talked about health and went over first two principles of health. We mentioned the importance of improving your mind for improving your health, and the importance of exercise or using and moving your body. In this episode, I'll explain two next principles, which are diet and rest. So here is the health principle number 3, diet. The food we eat can heal our body and increase our longevity, or damage it and quicken its journey back to the Mother Earth. The food is like the fuel for the body. Depending on the type of fuel you put in your body will work differently. The food can make us lethargic or energetic, concentrated or confused, and so on. These days, diet is a whole controversial topic for itself. And there's no single diet which will work best for all people. I'm not a diet expert, so this is something that you need to educate yourself about, but here are my general recommendations about diet. Disclaimer: I'm not a medical expert and none of the content in this podcast series are meant to be considered as medical advice or cure disease. Listen to your body. Have you seen that animals in the wild almost never eat something wrong? Do they study diet in college or watch YouTube videos about diet? No. They are fully connected to their body and instincts. They know what is good for them, what is bad for them, and what they should avoid. We have mostly lost that sense because of our modern lifestyle, but it doesn't mean we can't ask our bodies to show us what it needs. Your body is not a piece of flesh. It's the most advanced biological machine on earth. It knows exactly what is good for it, and it will tell you if you listen. Don't follow your taste to determine if the food is good for you. Follow your whole body. You can transform your health. Try to be mindful of how the food affects your body. Do this while you're eating and after you're done. Awareness is the key to transformation. By paying attention to your body, you can transform your body, and by paying attention to your mind, you can transform your mind. Next thing is to eat the right amount of fresh and less cooked food, because the more food is processed and cooked, the less it has value for the body. Actually, eating highly processed food or heavily cooked food can drain more energy from your body than the energy it gives to the body. Because your body has to work hard to digest the food that is mostly destroyed and lacks digestive enzymes. You don't have to start a raw food diet. Just put the right amount of fresh food like vegetables and fruits in your diet and decrease the amount of heavily cooked foods. I also like to mention that, as I said before, no diet is best for all people. So I should add that there are some people who don't do well with raw vegetables. These people can enjoy lightly cooked vegetables. Control the amount of sugar intake, regardless of what form it is. Of course, there are some types of sugar that are added to the most packaged products, which are even worse, but usually it's not what you choose to eat that harms your body, but how much of it you choose to take that can work against your health. Overconsumption of sugar can quickly make people overweight and affect overall health in a negative manner, especially for people who are not very active. But it's good to remind you that, according to various researchers, high fructose corn syrup are HFCS, which is the most common commercial sweetener used in almost everything, may be much more harmful to the body and liver than the common cane sugar, which still is not a good thing to consume on a regular basis. There are hundreds of articles and YouTube videos on this. Please do your own research. Sugar can hijack your brain mechanisms and make you feel hungry all the time. I personally believe that the best diet is to eat everything in its natural form and shape as much as possible, because nature already created the perfect food for us. So, for example, if you lived in nature and you like to eat something sweet, maybe you eat a little honey, chew on a sugar cane, or eat half a watermelon, and you can't eat much more than that. But if you separate and extract the sugar from it, you can take a lot of it and not feel full, but then it may not be healthy for you. Next thing is fasting. Fasting could be one of the most powerful and simple medicines to heal a lot of physical and mental conditions. When you stop eating, your body finds a period to detox and rest. Did you know when animals are sick, they don't eat much? They're just trying to give rest to their internal organs and detox faster. There have been thousands of researches in the past 100 years showing the miraculous healing power of fasting. This doesn't mean you have to do anything hard. Something as a half day or morning to evening fasting on water once in a while can really improve your health. But I suggest you do your own research and consult your physician about this. Next thing to keep in mind is to never sleep over food. A lot of people have this bad habit of lying down after eating. Your body should be vertical for at least a couple of hours after eating, especially if you eat a big meal. When you lie down, your digestion slows down and your stomach acid may rise to your upper parts of body and throat and cause discomfort. Especially if you have acid reflux problems, avoid lying down after eating. Next thing is to stick to meal times. It's important to have a regular schedule for meals. The human body works best when there is order. If you make your eating irregular, your body will become confused. When you stick to meal times, your body expects to have food around certain hours of the day. So it adjusts biological functions of digestion, assimilation, elimination, and detoxification accordingly. It would also be best if you stick to main meals and reduce snacking, since snacking between meals reduces the body's ability to rejuvenate and detox. If you feel like you must eat all the time, or feel sick if you eat late, this could be a sign of imbalance in your system. You may want to consult a doctor. Last thing to mention about the diet is to eat the right amount of food. What do I mean by that is to don't measure your daily need of food by the size of the plate. Every day pay attention to your body and see how much food it needs. One day you may need to eat very little, and one day you were very active physically and want to eat more. Eat mindfully and stop when you feel you had enough. It's going to help you improve your health and energy levels. Health principle number 4 and the last one. Rest. Rest doesn't necessarily mean sleep. While sleep is a common form of rest, which we do, and a lot of people even don't get much rest in sleep. But first, let's see what happens in sleep that makes us relaxed. When you sleep, you withdraw your mind from engagement in senses and the external world. That helps you stop wasting energy reacting to the outside and makes your attention inward. Your mental state or brain waves changes from mostly active beta brain waves which you have during wakefulness and falls into alpha and theta, and during deep sleep into delta. That makes your thinking brain to slow down and relax the body and release the tensions. That's exactly why people feel very relaxed in deep states of meditation. The difference is that in meditation, especially for more advanced meditators, people consciously experience that mental state of relaxation and low mental activity. But in sleep, this happens unconsciously, so you can't really experience it when it happens, but usually you feel better after you wake up because your mind has slowed down and released the tensions. But guess what? You don't have to sleep to rest. As a matter of fact, sometimes you can get more rest than you get in sleep if you know how. You can consciously calm down your brain and nerves and release tensions. This can be done through various techniques, but one technique which I believe is one of the most powerful techniques of relaxation is called Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a wonderful yogic practice which you consciously relax the body and mind and release the tensions. In fact, it's been said if you become good at doing this technique regularly, you can get benefits of hours of sleep in just 30 minutes of doing this relaxation technique. Unfortunately, like almost everything else, many things have been taught in the name of Yoga Nidra, which is not really the original technique and not that effective. I may explain about this technique in the future, but for now, remember you can rest very well without hours of sleep. If you are interested to learn more about this technique, you can read the original book which explains this technique in depth, and the book is called Yoga Nidra, written by Swami Satyananda Saraswati. Practice to go. I'm going to teach you a simple way of consciously relaxing the body, which you can try. This is not Yoga Nidra, but it's a simple relaxation exercise which you can do when you have time or before sleep. This is not a guided relaxation practice. I'll just give you a method which you can try later. Please do not try this if you are driving. When you have like 10-15 minutes, lie down somewhere comfortably. Tell yourself that I'm now going to relax my body and mind completely. And after this practice, I will feel refreshed and happy. Start taking 10 deep and relaxed breaths, counting backward from 10 to 1. And tell yourself, I will feel relaxed when I reach number 1. Inhale from the nose and exhale from the mouth and release all your tensions with each exhalation. When you reach number 1 and you are relaxed more, move your consciousness to the top of your head and see if there is any tension in your head area, and if there is any, breathe deeply into it and consciously relax it. Then move to your forehead and back of your head, and like this, you will move downward till you reach toes of your feet. Scan every single limb of the body and relax it consciously. It's as simple as this, but it's very powerful if you practice it regularly. Something as simple as this practice can really change your life. Will you do it regularly? It's up to you. And the next important thing about sleep is to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. It's very important because if you sleep and wake up at different times, your body's biological clock gets confused and won't be able to effectively provide rest to your body. In the past, there was a period that I used to sleep and wake up at different times, and my physical and mental health and my energy level was greatly reduced. Once I did commit myself to go to bed at certain time, no matter what, even at weekends, and wake up at certain time, in a week or two I experienced a lot of improvement. Besides, when you wake up at certain time every day, waking up becomes much easier. In fact, you may wake up right before the alarm clock. You may also feel improvement in your memory as well as ability to recall your dreams. When I organized my sleep hours, I found myself remembering much more of my dreams. And in fact, dreams can be used in many different ways to help you understand your own thoughts and belief systems and what you are creating with your thoughts in your life. My last recommendation about health is to educate yourself about natural healing methods and alternative and holistic therapies. Although conventional medicine has given us many good tools to prevent and cure disease, we all know that chemical drugs should be the last option for treatment because of many side effects they have. Besides, the approach of modern medicine to the body is very limited, since it doesn't treat a human being as a multi-dimensional being, but more like a machine, and only treats symptoms and not the root cause of disease. And if you don't find and cure the root, the disease will manifest in a different form again and again. This is a known thing in all forms of ancient medicine, from Ayurveda to Chinese medicine and any other forms of healing which I ever studied. I can't tell you what is good or what is bad, but I can say that there are powerful natural and holistic healing methods that you can find if you search enough. Besides, I don't believe there's such a thing as an incurable disease. It's only the modern medicine that says there is no cure for this and that disease. And it's the mass consciousness which makes people believe in such limitations. So I encourage you to keep looking with an open mind. You will find what you want for sure. Don't leave your health on somebody else's hand. Your health is your responsibility. Although it's fair to say most people do not have that much information and capabilities to treat themselves, you should know that by studying more about health and human mechanisms and regular meditation, you can develop your intuition, and your intuition will be your best guide for everything in life, not only health. It can show you which way to go and what path to choose to achieve health, happiness, and success. Thank you very much for listening to 4 Principles for Health. In the next episodes, I'm going to discuss the next principles for fundamentals of personal development. I wish you all peace, health, success, and happiness. Thank you.